According to a recent study, by the end of 2019, the average US population of people who play or engage in leisure activities or a sport is about 96.5%. Also, the amount of people in the US that has gotten or currently has COVID-19 is roughly about 22.2 million people. The risk of people within that statistic that could possibly spread the disease through sports is very high. This is very important because this means that we could easily get infected as well as if we were not being effectively safe and protected through sports. I feel that since I have been personally affected by COVID-19 pertaining to the sports that I watch and play, and with all the research I've conducted, I find myself knowledgeable to share my point and explanation on the subject. The only sports levels that should be permitted to continue during these troubling times is college and professional sports. This is the best decision because college and professional sports can effectively continue play while equally reducing/lowering the risk of getting COVID-19 as well, whereas high school levels and below can't do as well in a matter of economic value that these levels bring. It's just facts. The high school level and those below can't do as well as balancing the risk and gains of continuing play compared to the college and higher levels. The amount of spending that is spent on college sports must be astronomically larger, exaggerating, of course, compared to the funds that high schools make or have. They receive more money due to the fact that high schools and lower levels are paid either by the state government and its school districts or funded by the community to create leagues. Colleges and pro teams are funded by many different factors, such as school sponsors, fans, etc., that are put towards these teams. The sports and levels under college also don't have a good enough plan to continue playing in the most COVID-19 risk-free plan equal to those implemented by those college and pro teams. And what is stopping these lower sports from continuing is primarily that the risk of spreading the virus much more outweigh the benefits. These low-level benefits can be observed by the following. Although they would be able to continue play, these people are interacting with a lot more people within their community than these high-level athletes who are not out and about. They are at a higher risk already just by being around the general public more often, enabling the spread to grow at a higher rate. If they were able to play, the argument can be made that it would also affect their schoolwork, especially those in high school. With this abnormal and abrupt switch from the typical high school learning environment to learning online, there are many distractions and lack of motivation to complete said work already. If sports were to continue, this would be an added distraction. When we all have our favorite sports teams and athletes in our respective sports that we would be sad to miss them for a season. Well, right now we don't have to worry about that as we've been seeing them continue play. But why is that? It's because college and pro sports benefits outweigh the risk of COVID-19 by following strict guidelines and gaining large revenue, even with limited to no crowd turnout. According to the economics of college sports, although most ticket prices cost more than those of professional games from time to time, they earn their money through athletic apparel and TV contracts to air their games live with commercial breaks. The conversation also stated that college sports programs took in about $14 billion in 2018 through ticket sales, television contracts, apparel deals, and merchandise sales. According to Statista, the statistic depicts the total league revenue of the National Football League from 2001 to 19, and the 32 teams in the NFL generated a rough $15.26 billion just in the year 2019 alone. The NFL leads the way among major sports leagues in the most profitable professional sports league in the United States. The total revenue of all 32 NFL teams has constantly increased over the past 15 years, rising from about $4 billion to over $15 billion in 2019. The highest figure to date. In comparison to 2019, Major League Baseball generated about only $10.37 billion in revenue, while the revenue of the NBA reached a total of $8.76 billion. How economically sound and reliant they are is crucial to the U.S. and honestly for the well-being of the U.S. as well. The NBA bubble showed a huge success for playing under these circumstances as Adam Silver oversaw the plan and had a total of 0 cases of players testing positive throughout the whole bubble season. This one, since non-essential people weren't allowed to come into the bubble and players were tested daily. maybe even a couple times daily. LeBron James in the LA Times stated that we had 0 positive tests for as long as we were here, 90 to some days, 95 days, maybe for myself. I had a little calendar I was checking off. But on a serious note, no positive tests. That's a success for everybody that was involved. This shows the resources that the college and pro teams have to ensure limited COVID-19 spread, as well as keeping the revenue up without ticket sales. This goes to show the essentialness of these levels of sports to continue, unlike high school levels and below. Please take the time to check out these petitions in order to put in your support to keep professional and college sports going while signing the petition to stop these local high schools from returning to school and their sports in these trying times. Sports on the high school level and below should not be able to continue, only college and professional level sports. This will be due to the fact that the benefits outweigh the risk in the college and pro team's case, unlike high school and below. This affects everyone you know. So please think hard and think well about letting your friends or children or anyone continue sports on those levels below, because they might just add to the spread. Thank you.